Take a look what happened.
Hello dear friends, I hope everyone is doing well, and I apologize for not having been here for a long time. I just spent a couple of months away from everything, from all social media and even trying to avoid the news. The reasons I think are pretty self-explanatory. Everything is completely absurd these days. Let's start with Trump's supposed assassination attempt. Not just a fake, but a very bad one, looking like one of those staged wrestling fights on TV. The first story crumbled so quickly that there was no way to sell that as real. And a lot of alternative explanations came out. But in the end, it became so bad that people even stopped talking about it. I think everyone understands, at least at some level, that this was staged in some way or another. Then you had the Olympics, and I actually boycotted it this year. I almost didn't watch anything. The opening ceremony was, of course, the usual unwatchable Freemason satanic stuff, but the actual sports event weren't much better. One event that was very much publicized was this Italian female boxer who was beaten up by a man. Well, they say it was actually a woman with high testosterone or some other biological issue, but how do you know? Just because they say it on TV? It's clear that's a male.
It's a man, baby!
But of course the loser being beaten up and crying was also staged. They put transgenders in the opening ceremony, then make a transgender beat up and humiliate a woman. All part of the plan. Then there were the riots in London. I don't know if the original event of the stabbing was real or not. I assume probably real, as migrants stabbing people happens often enough. But the riots seem to have been manipulated for political reasons. I mean, if this was serious, the first thing they should have burned are the BBC offices, not migrants' hotels, right? And then you have the government using this as yet another excuse to crack down on free speech. It's funny, no one asked for all those millions of non-white migrants, no one voted for this. It was all the elites, then the politicians who brought them with some deranged excuse about a multicultural utopia where everyone gets along. But of course, really with the idea to create perpetual conflict and race wars. Now they are complaining that Europeans are racist and so on, but do you know when there was no racism at all in Europe? In the 1950s, when mostly everyone was a native of each country. There was no racism back then. So if you want to solve racism and conflict, there is an easy solution: send all those people back home. But as I said, what they want really is the opposite of what they say. They don't want peace and harmony and understanding. They want to promote conflict and civil war. They want also, of course, to keep promoting censorship. They've been doing it for a while, but it's only going to get worse and worse. Everything is a circus, except that here, you are the clown.